What's up, brother? How are you? The Amateur FX. Amateur? Nah. You're a pro, my dude. What's up, Jay? Saw you had a beautiful session this morning. I couldn't capitalize most of the session. I was in a meeting, but I caught something nice. How'd Wix do? Music loud on Zoom. How about now? $85 pips. Jeez. I caught 72 pips today. The arrows were here, but once you refresh the page after market open, it goes away. So I marked them up so that way once I started switching through the charts, I was able to tell where my trades were. So I took a 40 pip buy here. I took another 20 pip sell here. This was a bigger trade. So I took like a 40 pip buy here. I took a 20 pip sell here. And then I caught 20 pips on these Nasdaq buys here on the break of this high. I had a TP right here at this line and it took off. It took off. I caught 20 of this 30. No, I actually did catch the full 30. I'm sorry. I caught 30 plus 40. That's 70 and then 20. 90. Sorry, I caught 90 pips today. Yeah, this actually hit my TP and then it didn't even pull back. It just kept fucking flying another 50 pips in 3 minutes, in a few minutes. That's crazy. I think I got in on this wick. We pulled back and then took off. So with the way that gold is setting up, right, we closed below the most recent range, closed into previous resistance. We have no bottom wicks on all these candles here. We have no bottom wicks on a bunch of candles here, which tells me we're coming up to grab orders before a continuation to the downside. So we have a level here on the daily. Our 4-hour level is actually a bit higher. So all we have to do is just ensure that we're not breaking into this range. That's generally where the rejection could possibly be at. Anywhere on these white lines is where I'm looking at for a top wick on this daily before it starts to come down. But if we were forming structure on the way up, then yes, I could take buys. But there's no structure forming here. I mean, this is ugly. And on the hourly, it just looks bad. So if it looked like this on the hourly, higher high, higher low, drive, see this candle pulled all the way back, drove, this candle pulled back, gave consolidation and drove. But we're just driving ugly all the way up here. So I would prefer for this to be a top wick sell somewhere off the daily candle. Hola Eddie, ¿qué tal? ¿Puedes explicar cómo eso de bottom hueco, el modelo de estrategia que usas, muy resumido en español, por favor? I got you, bro. Si tú ves el 90% de las velas, todos tienen un bottom wick, bottom wick y top wick. Todos lo tienen. La mayoría lo tiene. La mayoría. El 99% lo tiene. Entonces, ¿qué te dice? Si hay velas corriendo sin un bottom wick, ¿qué significa? Que hay una probabilidad bien alta que el precio rebote para atrás para recoger liquidez en esa área antes de seguir. Entonces, eso es lo que me estoy refiriendo. Entonces, ves aquí, no hay un bottom wick en esta vela de una hora. ¿Y qué pasó? Eventualmente el precio vino para atrás, recogió órdenes un poquitico debajo de esa vela y siguió para arriba. Entonces, como que aquí no tenemos una vela en esta de una hora y aquí tampoco tenemos, hay una probabilidad bien alta que el precio rebote y empiece a virar para acá abajo. Empieza a virar. Entonces, lo que yo estoy viendo es como que no tenemos un bottom wick aquí y aquí. Yo no puedo estar en una posición, eh, en un buy o comprar una posición porque puede ser que el precio rebote para atrás, recoger órdenes aquí antes de seguir. Entonces eso es lo que estoy viendo ahora. O vamos a seguir a partir de este punto o vamos a rebotar para atrás, recoger más órdenes. Sí, como que hay una probabilidad bien alta de que el precio cree un bottom wick para esta vela y para esta vela igual que las demás velas. Entonces no puedo entrar en una posición buy porque puede ser que el precio puede regresar para atrás, recoger órdenes en esta área. Entonces eso es lo que estoy viendo. Listen, my brother Turpy, I took a break for 2 years and then I came back. You'll be alright. The markets will be here forever. DVS is gonna be here forever. DVS has been here for fucking 5, 6 years. What's another few years? Yeah, but when you have things in life coming at you, it's tough. Look at this volume. Holy shit. Prices move 50 pips back and forth in 1 minute, 2 minutes. A 5-minute closure coming up in 45 seconds. So this is the how I think trading goes. You number one, you're a losing trader. Number two, I think there's 4 steps. Number two, you're a break-even trader. 3, you're profitable. 4, you're profitable, but you're a major gambler. Which I guess we'll just keep it at 3. So the difference between being the difference between being a losing trader and a break-even trader is your strategy. If you're continuously losing and losing and losing and not understanding why you're losing, you have a strategy issue. Your strategy needs to get better. When you become a break even trader, I believe that that means you've already gotten a decent strategy and you're getting the hang of it, so you're not neither losing nor making money. You're kind of keeping the accounts just alive. Maybe it's in a little bit of drawdown, but you eventually bring it back. You go on a couple little win streaks, and then you fuck it up and take a loss. The What gets you from that point to profitable, I believe, is all emotional and mental control. So you might be at the point where you have all the data you need, but you just can't stop yourself from tilting. And that's where emotional control needs to come in play. And it's completely different for everybody. I can't tell you what I do to control myself because you're gonna be like, oh, that doesn't make any sense to me. I wouldn't even do that, but it's what works for me. So that's where the solo journey comes into play, where you have to really figure yourself out and figure out, all right, is my strategy bad? No. Why do I keep losing? Oh, it's because I keep tilting. So how am I going to stop myself from tilting? And then you have to really do some inner work. Yeah, Jay has a really good point. It's the same way when you're like, all right, I'm going to stop over leveraging. You have to stop over leveraging cold turkey. You can't just stop over leveraging a little bit. You have to completely eliminate it. So if there's something in your life that you're like, all right, this is making me lazy. I'm losing energy. I'm not feeling good. It needs to be cut out. If you're blowing your account because every time that you take a loss, you immediately go in with 5-6 times the position size to make it back on the next trade, or you immediately think I need to make it back and you start getting into a trade immediately, you need to cut that zero. You can't just do a little bit of that. It has to be completely eliminated. So if it's something that you see it's affecting you, it needs to be cut out. It just has to. When I was going through like 4 or 5 evaluations in a week saying, all right, no, I'm gonna pass it, I'm gonna pass it, I'm gonna pass it. Don't worry, I'm just gonna over leverage it and do it in 3 trades, do it in 3 trades, do it in 3 trades, and it would never work, and it would never work. And then eventually I was like, huh, it never works. I have data showing me that it never works. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take one and try to pass it in the normal time frame that everybody else does. There's no point in me trying to rush an account just because I have a little bit of extra money to spend on them. So what happened? Immediately within a week, passed. The next week, passed. The next week, passed. And then I blew one of them and I was like, all right, cool. I need to really scale up my funding and not just try to trade one account. So now I'm in the process of getting 3 more. So that's just how it is. You see an issue, you eliminate it, you cut it, and progress starts to happen immediately. Yeah, anger mode. That's exactly what it is. And you say, fuck it, I'm either going to blow it or pass. I'm either going to blow it or pass. It's already gone. What's the point of grinding out of this drawdown? And that's how you start thinking. You're like, what's the point of grinding out of this drawdown? And then if you think, you're like, wow, if I would have just grinded out of the drawdown within a month, maybe I would have been break even again. And then in another month, I would have been in profit. And then I wouldn't have been dealing with this emotional roller coaster of blowing all of my money and then going to go make more and then putting it back in the account and then blowing it again. No, if I knew if the money was going to be blown anyways, might as well just grind out of the account. Yeah, Jay, that's exactly what I was going to say. But like, some people will say, no, I don't need that. And yeah, bro, some people don't. Some people aren't religious at all, and they get shit done. But not I, my boy. I need to read and I need to write shit down. Always. So we're starting to get that 30-minute flip, but we have 5 minutes before this hourly closure. This 30-minute flip bearish is looking clean though. No bottom wick, no top wick. It might not need it. On Wix's, all of his live streams disappeared? I really wanted to take sells here if it wasn't 4 minutes to the hourly closure. I keep saying that a lot. That these hourly closures, higher time frame closures, are starting to kind of fuck with my entries a little bit. Queremos operar en favor de la tendencia, por ejemplo, alcista, ahí necesitamos un top wick para rellenar o se te hace rango, ¿no? Si queremos operar a favor de la tendencia, ok. Por ejemplo, alcista, ahí necesitamos un wick para rellenar. Pues, a ver si te entendí bien. Si quieres tomar posiciones a favor del día, por encima del daily high, para una entrada más arriba, si puedes esperar por un top wick y entrar en el relleno, dependiendo de cómo se mueve desde aquí, si empieza a hacer así, yo puedo tomar una entrada aquí y coger este movimiento de aquí. Posiblemente cuando rebote y haga el retest aquí, no llegue hasta este punto que yo entré aquí y pueda estar break even para tratar de coger el movimiento entero este. Pero sí, es más seguro esperar por el wick para rellenarlo, pero dependiendo de cómo nos movemos también se puede coger este movimiento de aquí. No me sé mucho la terminología en español. So I gave 10 pips just before the hourly closure. Let's see. The 30-minute came down for a wick, and now the 30-minute is closing bearish, right? So we just broke out of this little channel that we're in, but this is the money printer play forming on the 5-minute. So what happened? This 5-minute is about to close below 30-minute closing doji. We're at an area of resistance. So let's see what could happen here. Yeah, here on futures, I'm going to have a rebreak of this low. In the in and out line, what y'all want? I need a triple cheeseburger, plain with just cheese, large fries, and a chocolate milkshake. Triple, we say 3x3? 3x3. Can I get a 3x3 cheeseburger? I got two doubles, double doubles, protein style with the grilled onions. Look at this movement. What are we doing? Are you gonna flip bullish here? Whatever is going on, it's savage. There's volume in the markets. Look at that candle jumping. Spreads are 4 pips right now on spot gold on Oanda. They're 2 pips for me consistently. You're making me hungry right now. I love food, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to gain 20 pounds. Hmm. What are we doing here? No, I was looking for sales. At 30 came for the bottom wick. We consolidated here. The hourly. We still don't have a bottom wick on this hourly. Yeah, the trend is bullish. I was looking for a pullback here. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna stay in this range. Finished up a book called The Let Them Theory. Yeah. Let's see if we stay above this area. Yeah, let's be patient. Have a good night, Turpy. Take it easy, brother. Wait on this 15. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Hey, we just had a 15-minute closure. 15-minute close doji. Starting to get a top wick. Holy shit. Market Mechanic has been trading every single day. Yeah, I ran upstairs. Out of breath already. So we do have a lot of support here. Support. And it looks like support be supporting. Maybe that's why we're flying up with no bottom wick, because of the amount of liquidity down here. $15 no bottom wick re-breaking high. That's not something that I can take. Unfortunately, I cannot take that no bottom wick entry. Yeah, it is a strong push. That 1 minute money printer right before the close messed everything up. Yeah. And it happened too quickly to take it. Look at how it gapped up on the 1 minute. Yeah, New York session, I caught 70 to 90 pips. I don't remember. I'll show you my trades in a second. All right, buddy. What are you going to do here? Have you guys taken anything? That session practically just started. Yeah, this wick was 19 pips. $10 for a 30 closure. Let's see how these 5 minutes start to form here. Let's see if we can get some closures back in this range for a rejection down, or some closures above for buys above. Hey, I've yawned like maybe 15 times in the last 30 minutes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm still waiting to get out of this range. I agree. Sí, yo no quiero comprar ahora de la forma que empezó a salir de este rango el precio. Estoy esperando a ver qué va a pasar ahora. Voy a ver. Estamos viendo si el precio va a seguir subiendo para arriba. Y en ese caso yo quiero esperar hasta que las velas empiecen a cerrar por encima de aquí para tomar posiciones de aquí para arriba. O ver si va a rebotar para atrás abajo y, y empezar a cerrar por debajo de aquí. Yo no quiero tener una posición adentro de esto. Esto está feo. Look at these pushes, man. Yeah, my energy levels today are on the floor, my boy. I'm gonna have a buy stop. This shit should fly. Why are we not driving here? $17 pips. You guys caught motherfucking 25 pips, you savages. You fucking savages. Motherfucking savages, whoever took those buy stops on gold. Holy shit. Why is futures so gay like that today? So see, futures on one hand, you can get a move like this today, right? Where I took these buys and I was instant 30 pips in profit in a couple of minutes. 31 pips in profit before I closed on this trade, right? Instant. Fwah. Earlier today, let's look at these trades right here. 40 pips of profit in 5 minutes here. Literally, I entered maybe on this push up. I saw 10 pips of profit. It pulled back and then instant 40 pips. This trade right here, yeah, my entry was like somewhere like here maybe. I think I entered here. I caught this portion. I waited for the pullback and then I closed somewhere up here. And then here again, it just plummeted 30 pips or 20 pips I caught on this push. I don't know why I marked this up for 60. It definitely was not 60. But sometimes it just doesn't want to do that. Look at that, dude. That's literally 38 pips. That's beautiful. From my entry here, I got a maximum of 23 pips on that. And I closed at 17, which is about 90% of the move. So if we do start to reverse here and start to come back to my entry, I would have been break even regardless. So holding past my normal 10 pips and catching that extra push was very beneficial all day today, and it worked out today as well. 24 people and 8 likes? Nah, don't worry, bro. Everybody's gonna spam the like button right now. We're gonna get that back to 23. Spam the like button. Drop a like, my bros. Forex moves first before your signal. It does and it doesn't. So that's something that I've been eyeing. And if I see that Forex is moving first, I will take the trade. But if you look at this wick, right? Scroll back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes and watch this wick. This wick flies up 15 pips before gold makes this high over here. You see this wick, this candle wick up 15 pips and then pull back and then gold followed through. So in today, this one was a bit earlier than this one, but then this one caught up with the volume. When there's a lot of volume, this is going to react first. Futures is a bit slower to react to the influx of volume into the market. And as you can see, the futures push isn't as big, but it eventually gets to the same price, which is, see how it's like a little weird for me to understand that, because you guys just caught 40 pips here, but eventually my price is going to go all the way up to that 40 pip range, because 29.41 price of gold, 29.28. So I'm only off by 20 pips, less than 20 pips on the actual price of spot gold. So if I'm only off by 20 pips on the actual price, how come my ranges are smaller? It can't be. If price is moving the same amount, my ranges have to be the same size. So it's just this one, the wicks here look larger because here In order for price to move the same amount, it'll wick out into that range and then come back really quickly, versus here you'll have candles in that range. Hey Joshua, thank you for subscribing, bro. I appreciate you. Your name is now gonna be right here. Yep, tapped my entry and started driving back up now. W trade. Milo, nobody's here. Oh. What's up, Hank? So Dr. Holmes asked me if I was using NinjaTrader, and I am not, but I will be. So I am, once I get 3 more accounts, I'm gonna be switching over to NinjaTrader, so that way I can, the way it'll work, NinjaTrader will have, I'll be able to use a main account. And my main account will be my live account that I will be switching over to on the stream. And then I'm going to copy that to all of my funded accounts. So I'm going to have to use NinjaTrader to activate the Replicanto, which is the copy trader. Put all of my accounts in there, and then set my personal account on TradingView as the main account. And then basically I'm gonna have to have my other laptop open or my other computer open to have the copy trader running and set it up every morning. Essentially, NinjaTrader is a setup. Yeah. TradingView doesn't really copy trade, yeah, but I can make my live account that would be on Tradeovate or AMP. I haven't decided yet. Link it to TradingView, and then I'll be able to have all my charts in one, bro. I don't want to be able to analyze on TradingView, have all of my levels and everything on here on TradingView, and then switch over to another platform to take the trade. I like to see my trades and my levels play out at the same time. I like trading on TradingView. I personally love it. Maybe in the future I'll switch over to something more professional, but for me, this works. I pass accounts with it. Yeah. The only thing is you have to be very careful. My boy Ike, he's another funded trader. He has like 35 accounts, and he's a savage, crazy. 35 accounts, and he had NinjaTrader at home with the copy trader turned on. And then he went to work and tried to get some trades in at his office at work, and he turned on the copy trader again. So he had a copy trader running on one end, the copy trader running on the other end, um, and it created an infinite loop of copy trades. So he copy traded on his office PC, that copy traded on his work PC, on his home PC, which then copy traded back to his office PC, which then copy traded back to his work PC, and it was an infinite loop of copy trades. Luckily, I believe because he had a daily loss limit set, like a auto liquidation set, it liquidated half of his accounts at like a $1,000 loss each of them, so like basically a $35,000 loss type shit. 7 of the PAs blew, and he was able to save like 20 something accounts. It just kept, yeah, yeah. He didn't realize he left it turned on at home, and he went to the office to get some work done, and then that happened. Also, we could have taken some sells here once we close back into this range. But I was talking a little bit of shit. I don't like using Tradeovate to trade. Tradeovate platform is tough. I don't understand it. Yeah. He was lucky enough to have proper parameters set in place that prevented himself from tilting, I believe. And those parameters saved the account. So if we look here on the 30-minute, we form top wicks on all these 30-minute candles. The only one we don't have a top wick on is this one. This candle has no top wick. So now sells are a little bit trickier considering we don't have a top wick here. So what can price do now? It can probably try to come back to create a top wick for that 30-minute before coming back down. So if it is going to reject here, we're likely going to see another top wick. And if we do see a top wick, this is likely going to flip and continue filling the range. How many pips is this? That's 20 pips. This is the money printer setting up. Another 5-minute closed bearish. It was a bottom wick first. Hell yeah. W stream. W gang. Yeah, it all depends on your personal preference. This was a decent sell. Yeah, on my end, if this 15 flips, I'm gonna have another buy stop. This is the money printer the opposite way. So which one's gonna play out, the 15 or the 5? Which one's gonna play out? The 15 or the 5? We also don't have a 30-minute top wick. This would be, we created one here. Yeah, it's no longer. valid in my opinion. Nope. The 5 already flipped for the money printer setup, so no, I cannot. I cannot. No! No, I cannot take a buy. My brain was like, just do it, pussy. Just take it. That's all you gotta do, bro. You hear your brain saying something, and then you verbally, physically have to contradict what your dumbass brain is saying. The dumbass negativity that it's bringing up. You yourself have to forcibly get it out. Bad thoughts just come so fucking easy, bro. Bad thoughts come so easy, but good thoughts never come that easy. So what do you have to do? You just have to force them, bro. And trust me, it works. Floating 30 on sells, setting stop to be. Yes, sir. That was clean. I was looking for sells after I closed my buys here at this reversal point right here, because when you look here on XAU, we closed below my resistance level and we formed my setup. So I was looking for sells here. This is still looking cleaner for sells than it is for buys. But we're at previous resistance with such major bullish structure. Let me roll this other blunt and then maybe I'll think a little clearer. My thing is now that we're breaking back into the range that we just chopped out of. So do I want to take sells back into that choppy range? The sells were at the top, like where Drizza entered. That was a good sell. I'm not that advanced yet to immediately close my buy and start taking sells. Eddie, do you fuck with blackjack? No, I don't play any. I don't know how to do any of that. I can do some magic tricks with some cards. That's about it. I can take this card and it disappears and it comes back. Or I can take it and... That's all I can do. But if I do that at a casino, I get kicked out. Cells look so clean. Yeah, I should be taking cells, man. No bottom wick. See? Well, Pani. No creo que Futuros es mejor que Forex. Creo que Futuros es un poquitico peor que Forex, pero es lo único que tengo porque soy americano. Pero si tú, las preguntas que me estabas haciendo anteriormente, ves como el no bottom wick es bien importante y como el precio viró para atrás a recoger órdenes en esa área. Entonces me eliminó ya este de aquí y ahora me está eliminando este de aquí. Todavía falta uno más aquí abajo. Entonces la cuestión es, ¿vamos a seguir hasta aquí abajo? Eso es lo que estoy mirando ahora. O si vamos a rebotar a copiar el mismo movimiento que hicimos aquí. So Fanny was asking earlier about what was I talking about the no top wick, no bottom wick stuff. And the explanation that I gave him is actually playing out pretty well with why I didn't hold for longer on these buys. I mean, the setup was there. But without those bottom wicks on the hourly, I can't really hold for much longer. Whereas the trade that we took off of resistance earlier in the day, who sat on the remote? My stream's in Spanish now. I had to do a little explanation in Spanish. So now what I'm looking at is two things. Santos. So I'm looking at two things, right? Because of the fact that we've rejected the daily high, we've closed back in range, we've grabbed liquidity, are we now going to continue down to fill the range to the downside to create that bottom wick for all these candles that don't have bottom wicks, right? Or is price going to mimic what it did here earlier and reject off this level and re-break the daily high? So those are two possible things that could be happening in this level, and that's why I'm trying to stay out until we get a confirmation, right? If this is going to be the low before a continuation up, I mean, we are getting the money printer set up here on the 5, but we're getting it to a resistance, which is the same thing that happened here. We hit a minor resistance and we just rejected. See, I was trying to look for the money printer here, and the money printer here flipped for 4 pips, hit that resistance, and came back down. So the same thing could be happening here with the way we're rejecting these highs. So I want to be a little more careful. The best position was all the way up here, and being break even is your best option, because we could still flip on this 15-minute. I don't have a 15-minute top wick on my end, but we do have it here on futures on Forex. 1 minute for the 15-minute closure. On a Sunday, I went over to my uncle's house, and I was giving him like a 4-hour lesson, and we were talking back and forth, and I was really trying to explain as much as I could in Spanish. Trying to figure out, how do I say these terms, what are these terms called, and really trying to perfect my Spanish. If I'm like, damn, if I sell air conditioners and I'm selling in Spanish, not just normal conversation, and then I have normal conversation in Spanish, and then I try to translate trading into Spanish, I'm like getting every single angle I can on my language. I can read it, write it since I was a kid and it was my first language, but I'm really trying to perfect my Spanish. Yeah, I've been seeing what Dankshire is doing, and that's what I'm trying to get up to. I've been too focused on one account, bro, and trying to grow one account. So, but it's the best way to do it is like what he does. He group trades 4 or 5 accounts at a time. Maybe he has 20, but he group trades around 4 accounts at a time. And then he cycles through the accounts until eventually in around 40, 50 days, they're at the payout, and he can request the max payout across each account, or a savage payout across each account. But like Spectral. Spectral in our group chat. I know you're probably not in there anymore, Hank. I don't remember, but Spectral has been withdrew last month like 30 grand, then withdrew like another 10 grand, and in the last 60 days he's had 4 withdrawals. Once you get to the threshold, you can literally withdraw every $1,000 or $2,000 after. So you trade for a week and a half, withdraw. Trade for a week and a half, withdraw. Trade for a week and a half, withdraw. The key is getting to that threshold. Once on all your live accounts, getting to that threshold, and then once you're at that threshold, literally you can just take minor payouts across each one, $500 payouts across each one. It'll take you to catch 500 pips. It'll probably take you a week. So every week you can take $500 across all your accounts. So it's just getting to the threshold that is key. So that way you can consistently withdraw weekly or bi-weekly and have a consistent paycheck coming in. You're basically making like 1% a month of each 50K account. That's 10 bands in a month. This dump is ugly. Not interested. We have to do the same thing below this area here, but we have support here. We have support here. If we can start to break below this support and do the same setup, maybe get some 5-minute closures below, I'll take some sells the same way that I took the buys on the way up here. So if we get this same setup underneath here, I will be taking sells. So I would prefer, so if you look at the way price drives, so let's find a bullish trend, right? So you see this bullish trend here, how you have bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, top wick. Even though you consolidate, eventually the push, even the pushes give you those bottom wicks and top wicks. I can't have hourly pushes that look like this that are followed by a bunch of no bottom wicks. This looks nothing like the way the other pushes do. So I need this to start giving me more structure on the way up. Usually on the hourly you don't see much pullback, but what do you see? You see an hourly drive followed by a consolidation, hourly drive followed by a consolidation. We've been driving for 450 pips since this low. So eventually we're going to need a consolidation. We're going to need that pullback. And noticing all these hourlies with no bottom wicks, it's what's giving me that idea that this is the pullback. This is the... So I'm going to be looking for a pullback before a continuation. So I'm going to try to scalp that pullback before price continues up. Closing partials at 70, my guy. If I caught 70 pips tonight, I'd be rolling up 3Js. It's motivation. Think about it. When he said that he was in some sells, all of us read that, and we could have all looked and identified exactly where he got in sells. So you could have said, wow, lucky, he got in sells all the way up there. Or you could have said, huh, he got in sells all the way up there. What did he see that I didn't see? What was he looking at that I wasn't looking at? How did he enter that? He could have only had maybe a buy limit or a sell limit up here, or a market execution once it tapped his key level of interest. So you start to identify things that could have possibly happened, what he was possibly looking at, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. I like that idea. Maybe I can incorporate something like that into my idea, or into my trading style. So that's the whole point of like signals, is for Don to send out a signal. I look at it and I'm like, why did you enter there? Let me reverse engineer your trade. Why did you enter there, my boy? Let me see what the hell's going on here. And reverse engineering the trade and back analyzing the trade is how I created my own setups and my own entries. Not my own setups. All my setups are pretty much devious, but my own style of trading. What up, Loss? How are you, bro? Huh. We're so close to the previous hourly no bottom wick area. We are 17 pips away. So close to the hourly closure. This was a caviar setup. I wonder if he was in that. I know he doesn't like to take sells that much, but nah, not really. I mean, maybe on the here. But even then, that's not pretty. At least, I don't think it is. Maybe on the 1 minute. Boom, boom. Was enough. My computer blue screened. That means that you're only pretty much pure blues in the chat. Give me a top wick and then a rebreak of the low, please. Top wick, top wick, top wick. Damn. I wanted this. Wow. Wow. Instant profit. Tried me. What a bitch. This is the time of year you want to sell gold that historically bottoms out for the year in March and then tops in September. Very interesting. Yeah, bro, let's get this to 20. I appreciate you, Apex. So I was contemplating taking a sell stop here, right? We have everything that I was looking for. The price came down, created a top wick, and then it rebroke the lows here. But the fact that this was a 5-minute closure, I needed that top wick, man. I needed that top wick on that 5-minute, and it would have been A plus 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 plus, bro. That top wick is what would have made that an A plus setup. Without that top wick, it's not the same. I mean, just look at that, bro.
This is the new Eddie, the slow Eddie. Oh, got this. Whoa. What we looking at here? What we looking at here? Start the stream.
Did you get straws? I bet you didn't. They're stupid, bro. You know these motherfuckers made paper straws and the whole time they could have just made these fucking... Look at that dump. It's off my screen? No way, bro. I just missed motherfucking 41 pips in 3 minutes, dude. For being a little bitch and not taking that sell. I'm not just gonna say a little bitch. I followed my plan. That top wick was necessary. That top wick was necessary. That top wick was key. That top wick was key. So this right here was my setup on the 1 minute on the way down. This below the range flying through here was my setup. I needed that 5 minutes to create that top wick. Maybe in these cases I'll have to go down to the 30-second time frame to see what the 30-second does, right? Because we don't have a top wick here, but this candle came up and created a top wick for it, which was perfectly valid. If the 30-second time frame would have done that, then possibly I could have had the sell stop there. But that was my entry. That was 100% my entry here. What up, Chris? You always come late. You always come when I'm either in drawdown or not in profit. But look at this. In the beginning of stream, all that you saw on my screen was how important the no bottom wicks were. And what it priced to, once it found a strong enough area, it rejected and dumped to come down and grab all these bottom wicks. That's how important top and bottom wicks are. That's how important they are. Everybody's like, no. It's like, a lot of people were saying, why was I not trading with the trend? And I did. I traded with the trend here. But these no bottom wicks are so important that whatever bullish setup you have, you can immediately deduct 10% from that probability that these bottom wicks are going to create some kind of trouble for you. So, I mean, you could have bought at any time tonight and made money, and you could have sold at any time tonight and made money. I mean, even if you bought here, the pineapple here, you're out. If you bought here, you're good. If you would have took a sell here, pineapple out here, worst case, it still came back within 30 minutes. 4 hour looking to close. Yeah, that's why. Oh, this 4 hour already did close, my boy. But 4 hour has no bottom wick. So now we can move this bottom wick down to the 4 hour. And that the way it's flying up, we're probably going to try to grab some orders before coming down. Now we have 2 no bottom wick areas down here. Oh, so we just cleared the bottom wick area for here, so I can delete that. So where would we be coming down at to fill the range to the daily? I mean, we don't have a 15-minute top wick here. And we have no pullback into this range. I think this is going to be likely a steep wick up before it continues down. So let's see. Let's pay attention here. Because if it does break the daily low and it does start to continue down, you have a lot of room down, right? If it does break the daily low, this entire 4 hour candle is 60 pips of range, and then we have another 230 pips of range for the continuation down. So we have plenty of room to play here. So let's see where we could reject down at. I mean, there's just still a lot of support here. All of this is still major support. We still have a lot of support here. We really gotta clear that. Oh yeah, I've been talking to Spanish speaker. A los ¿cuántos pips sueles activa el pineapple? Y el trade anterior lo pones en BE. Entonces depende. Cuando estás en Forex, tú puedes manejar las posiciones un poquitico diferente. Tú puedes tener vas a tener las dos posiciones en la pantalla y puedes tener una break even y la otra la puedes cerrar. Por ejemplo, si entras en una posición aquí y después entras en otra posición aquí y el precio baja para abajo, tú puedes cerrar esta posición break even, bajar el stop loss tuyo aquí break even y dejar esta posición correr. But if you speak English, stop making this man speak Spanish. You gotta learn Spanish, dog. Entonces, ¿a cuántos pips hago el pineapple? Depende. Yo tengo un stop loss de más o menos de 50 a 80 pips. Entonces, de 30 a más o menos 50, depende. Todo depende de la estructura. Pineapples all depend on structure. He asked how many pips does it take? Do I normally take a pineapple at? And it all depends on structure. So let's say I would have taken a rebreak of the daily high here and been in drawdown. The only places that I could have taken a pineapple would have been here, because this is structure. So there's two places. I could have taken a pineapple here or here. If price makes this high and it wants to continue driving bullish, it's going to make a lower high. Where is it likely to create a lower high? The lower high is going to be likely created somewhere around this previous resistance. So I could have taken an entry here to pineapple here, or I could have taken an entry to pineapple here and at the retest of the whatever that is, the support here. So you could have taken two different entries, and this pullback was 28 pips for of a 68 pip range, so you still would have been in drawdown like 12 pips there, but stop loss would have still been down here. Why? Because my next area for pineapple from here is all the way down here at 160 pips. I can't pineapple anywhere in here. Maybe at this yellow line, because it's a major support. If price creates support and then starts to drive up, then I can take a pineapple and my stop loss would be here. But even then, that's still over 111 pips away. I'm not trying to hold that much drawdown. I would rather close at the break of these lows for 78 pips of drawdown, maybe take a second entry to try to get out. But no, the way this came down, there was no pineapples possible here. The way that this flew down, there's no way you can take pineapples in that. You have to, maybe here when price formed support, you had the money printer play here where it's set up, but then you still got faked out, so you would have had to take the loss. If you got faked out on your first entry and you got faked out on the second pineapple, I would just take the loss. I wouldn't continue pineappling. The way this 5-minute closed doji with no bottom wick, this candle's coming up to grab a top wick first. It looks like we're turning support into resistance. So let's see if we can continue to break down here. Either we're going to create a steeper top wick for this 4-hour before continuing down, or it's going to consolidate here for a little bit and then drive down. Depende de cómo se está moviendo el mercado. Entonces, it depends how the market is moving for your TP on a pineapple. Because if the market structure is perfect and it's clean, you can hold all the way until both your entries are in profit. But if market structure is telling you, I gotta get out, then you have to get out. Like, for example, like when I explained the pineapple here, a buy here and another buy here, this one rejected and now this one rejected. So I can't have a 30 pip take profit on this one because I entered 30 pips in drawdown on this one. Market structure is telling me that we're breaking back into range, so I have to close out my trade. But if, let's say, price drove up and we started forming support here, and then we had a bullish closure above the most recent range that it formed here, and then price kept driving up here, then I can hold past both my entries because it's forming structure back up. That was just a pullback. What up, Lumen? Eddie to the lifts. I have a tank top underneath here, but it's cold, so no flexing today. So we practically filled the range all the way down. We usually don't fill the range just once and then reject it. So as soon as this 5 breaks this low, I'll have a sell stop. 15 pip wick to fill, 28 pips to the bottom of the range. Literally the same idea. My dog. My fucking dog. I'm moving my stop, my sell stop a little bit lower to be a little bit safer. Just to have a little bit extra confirmation for myself. But the entry really is on the flip of that 5-minute candle. But that's the thing. Once we reject this and start flipping bearish down, it should fill the wick down. Nice. So we're all taking sells on our own entries in similar levels. Let's see what she do. Oh, wicked me in. These frappes are killer in calories though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
These frappes have like 1,000 calories in them.
Yeah, bro. Same with my coffee.
Well, that's why I like my frappes, because I can get the smalls and they don't fuck up my stomach too much, and they're like 500-600 calories.
Well, Starbucks is fuck.
Now too much milk fucks my stomach up.
You know what's been fucking on my stomach?
You gotta get 2% milk.
Yeah, but I drink Starbucks in the straight. Let's say use 2%.
It's 12 pips. That 5-minute no top wick, I'm closing it because we could get a money printer tapping into these areas. So I could hold until we tap into these areas before that flip. It would make more sense. But I'm happy there. You guys can enjoy. No. Un pineapple es otra posición cuando estás en negativo. Oh, he thought a pineapple was a type of candle, and it makes sense. Definitely makes sense. You can call this your pineapple candle, right? When you have the pineapple setup, you can say this is the pineapple setup, pineapple money printer, which is the bullish, which is basically buys on a bearish 5-minute candle. If this flips bullish, this would be some clean buys here. If I didn't finish just taking these sells, I don't know if I would take this money printer. I think I would take the money printer, but I'm not too sure. That looks like a clean money printer, and there's range for it to fill. I've hit my chest there before, and it feels like somebody punched you in the stomach and you run out of air. I don't know why. You have chocolate on your lip. Yeah, that money printer definitely played out. So tonight that happened 2 times. I took the buys here and I wanted to take sells immediately here, but I had just finished this trade, so I didn't take the sells. I just finished taking these sells here. I wanted to take the buys here, but since I just got out of this trade, I wasn't too comfortable taking it, but that ran the 12 pips to hit the TP that I was looking for. How much did it run for you guys? That flip here gave you 30. Bro, I'm closing 10 pips and you guys are catching 30. Both of the trades tonight ran 30 pips for you guys while I closed for 10. I closed 17 on the first and then 12 on the second. Yeah, my mentor called it a pineapple. Ignore time limit. Look how many times I gotta click this shit for me to get on social media. There we go. I have a limit set on myself on social media, bro. I can't be taking these stupid ass fucking. This is my first mentor. I joined his Discord. He made me a mod. I got all the benefits of the courses and the signals and everything uh for the free. Not the course, but pretty much everything else for free because of being a mod. And that allowed me to propel like crazy. And then he decided to take a break from streaming, and Wix 9 took over the New York session. And then when Wix 9 started trading, which is this guy, I became a mod on his channel, and then he became my second mentor. And every day, every Sunday, I show up to the live session and I learn, I ask questions, we talk some shit, and we get the breakdowns, the analysis. This is my Instagram if you want to follow me, EddieLifts X. Live trading, baby. See, Don commented on it. That's dope. That shit made me happy as fuck. Endorsed by the OG. Hey, I don't know about you. I took this picture at Liquid Beach. Jesus loves you, brothers. This happened to me today. Bro, this, you don't understand. Yes, bro. I understand. Trust me. My gut hurts. Full TP get hit? Yeah. Full TP got hit here too. I might be setting and forgetting quite soon. I'm calculating my average TP. So I've been setting I'm going to be setting a take profit at my average TP and watching price. If we get close to it, I'll be manually exiting, but if we start flying towards it, I'll let it hit TP, but we'll see how it works. Ding 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 ding. That was hilarious. Keep going. You'll look even swoller when you lose 20 pounds. You'll look even swoller. When I was like 160, 162 in clothes, I looked amazing. And then I took my shirt off and I was like, nah, I can't flex my abs. I gotta flex my arms. And then I lost like 8 pounds and I look so much more shredded. It's the only meal of the day. When you're on a an OMAD diet, OMAD, 1 meal a day. Yeah, it depends. So it all depends. It all depends on what your nutrition is like throughout the day. If you haven't had a nutritious day and you haven't had any food and you have been like really depleted all day, drinking a high calorie dense drink that is very small and a lot of calories is way more beneficial than it is bad for you because of how depleted your body is. You need those calories. Your body's literally going to burn 100% of that frappe no matter what. But it also depends. If you're eating normal and then you throw in that frappe on top, now you're doing damage. Wix 9 got hacked, bro. Wix 9 got hacked. But let's say you're eating one meal a day and your frappe is 1,000 calories, and then your other meal is another 1,500, and you're eating 2,500 calories. That's a starvation diet, bro. Even if you eat that frappe, that doesn't matter. That's still a starvation diet. If I eat 2,500 calories, I'll starve. Dr. Holmes. I ain't John Jones. I ain't John Combs. And I certainly ain't... Bro, that reminds me. Bro, that's crazy. Listen to this. Man.
You previously competed at 185 pounds. You will now be fighting at 205 when you fight John. You're looking pretty big. Tell me, what are you walking around at?
Joe, I don't promote fights. I pick fights. I'm better than John Jones. I'm better than Sean Combs. I am even better than John.
John Holmes is a dead junkie, and Sean
Oh, I froze.
I am even better than John Holmes.
John Holmes is a dead junkie.
You guys can't hear this? Hold up. I got you.
205 when you fight John. You're looking pretty big. Tell me, what are you walking around at?
Joe, I don't promote fights. I pick fights. I'm better than John Jones. I'm better than Sean Combs. I am even better than John Holmes.
John Holmes is a dead junkie, and Sean
As soon as I read your name, Dr. Holmes, I was like, alright. That's hilarious. That's the first thing that I was thinking. It might be the PC, so if you don't hear it on YouTube, then I apologize, my boys. It's probably oh, I know why. I muted the music on YouTube on this end, and I think it muted the entire YouTube app on OBS. So I would have I had to just pause the music and then play that. I have to do editing with the zoom volume because something switched up. Because before I had the same volume on my PC and on YouTube, and it was perfect on both ends. And now it's too loud on Zoom and too low on OBS. So I gotta do some editing. I like the loud on Zoom. Does it wake you up, bro? Honestly, I think this might be the end of the session. Price looks like it's just gonna sit down on a couch right here. Unless it's... I think we're gonna sit it on the lazy couch today. I think that's what's gonna happen. What time is it for you right now, bro? 1 in the morning? How much are flights to Portugal? I got some points on Expedia that I might want to use. Let's go next month, Portugal. Oh, baby, I need a flight. Let's go see where I'm coming from. Miami. Let's see how much it would cost me to go see my boys. How big is Portugal? Because remember, the US is big as fuck. If I can just get a car and drive to you in a couple hours, bro, I don't give a shit. For 2 days, $900? I'll probably Airbnb. These are some beautiful fucking places. What the hell? How far is this from you? No way. You guys live near this? You guys live near this? No way. So you guys mostly travel by like train and ship? I'll tell you this for sure. The same thing could be happening here. You see how we took the buys and price instantly reversed once we closed for like 20, 30 pips here? The same thing could be happening here, right? We could be getting a reversal here. So we got to see if price sets up properly. We don't have a bottom wick on this 15, but we might not need it, right? If we can get some pullbacks here to here and start closing above, we might not need that pullback to the 15-minute candle before at least maybe another push up to fill this range. We got a lot of room here. We got like 40 pips to fill here. Here we have, yeah, 40 pips to fill, like the same. I'm trying to learn Portuguese, but for some reason, everybody who speaks Portuguese can learn Spanish real easy, but I can't seem to understand what the hell you guys are saying. I can't understand. Si yo miro en la temporada más reciente, I only take into account top and bottom wicks and the most recent ranges. I don't care about the past. I look for the most recent top and bottom wicks that need to be filled, because this bottom wick here already got filled here. So these other wicks here already got filled. So I have to look for the most recent ones now. So the most recent wicks that we need to fill on the lower time frame are all the way up here. We also have one down here. So what's gonna win? Are we gonna pull back far enough to get us a buy, or are we gonna start rejecting this area for a continuation down? So we really have to wait for the market to tell us what it's gonna do here. So I want to take a trade where there's a 90% probability that price is going to end up filling the range. Once it fills the range, I don't give a shit what it does after. I know that there's a 90% chance it was going to fill the range, so I took my entry as sniped as I could, and I closed right at my target, right? Price wicked up above and then rejected. The same thing I did down here. I know that my setup tells me that there is a 90% probability that price is going to fill this range, possibly create a new daily low before continuing up. It's just proper market structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low. And it failed. Broke market structure. So now that it broke market structure, we want to see, are we going to create a new resistance here? Or was this the retest of the daily low for price to continue up? And that all depends on your daily bias, right? The daily bias was bullish from the beginning. The daily bias is now doji because there's no really a bias and we're stuck in a range. So with the doji daily, price stuck in the range, I don't have a bias and I don't have a direction. I only have a couple of possibilities. Knowing that we're at the daily low, we could either reject the daily low, which it looks like it's kind of doing, and continue up, or we're going to break the daily low and continue down. So with all these variables and possibilities, you really just want to wait for more confirmation. And just look at it as if price was going to drive down, what would it look like? It would need to create a lower high. Right now we're at equal highs. So it's technically not at a lower high. We're at equal highs right now. So that's not what price does when it comes down. It creates a lower high, which it did earlier, which is why we took the sell here, because price created that lower high. So now that it created equal highs, could this be a double top for a rejection down? Right? And form a different kind of setup? Or was this the double bottom here before pushing up? I mean, the daily, that looks like a doji daily to me. Not doji, slightly weak bullish. I don't even know what. Twerk. I'll twerk if you donate $10. And then you donate the $10, and then I will say, psych, you see how I just scammed you for being stupid? And then it would be a really funny joke, and I can clip that and post it online, and then refund you your money. But you see how my brain works? These jokes just pop into my head, and they just start flowing. You give me a premise, and the jokes just start flowing. That's how I come up with all the memes. I literally look at a video and I'm like, huh, that would be funny if I put a meme to this. Or I crack a joke on a video and I'm like, huh, I can make that into a meme for my channel. $3 a.m., dude. Listen, my bro. Me at 3 a.m., you're gonna catch me in that bed right there. Knock the fuck out. Damn, my camera's been crooked the whole time, dog. That just gave me OCD. That my little nugs. Use that towel, that's there. Not like that one that's right on the floor. That white one. Yeah, that's my girl's like face towel, but she won't notice one gone. Maybe she will, but I'm up at 4 a.m. every day. Alright. Damn, dog. You guys are savage. Dried nuts. Are you do I know you, dried nuts? AMD. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Did you get the button? Holy, the sound on YouTube is on Zoom is way better. I wasn't hearing anything on YouTube. What the mother? Can you hear my voice on YouTube perfectly fine? At least my voice? Because my studio mic, I think it's all the way at the max. Yeah, I can hear your voice and the background music. I think it just depends on the variability of your speakers. Because like on my phone, I can hear certain tones that my computer speakers don't, you can't hear them on there. I think it just depends on the quality of the speaker and what tones the music is playing. There's certain tones that on these speakers on my computer I can't hear, and I'm like, yo, and I go on my phone and I can hear it on the YouTube. Bro, teach me something here. How's this go? Gap fills? Right nuts. Are you Richie? Nah. I think my boy Richie has the same NFT on his thing as you. Bro, Ernesto. Alrighty, my boy. Came to the right motherfucking place. We came a little bit late though. I saw that entry that you took on AMD, that same exact entry. Look at this buy, and I closed the entry here. The sell, and I closed the entry here. That same entry type. We take that entry type here. We take that same entry. Look, right over here on gold sells earlier today. This was my sell. Your AMD looks identical to this sell, and I think we entered at the exact same spot. So we trade very, very similar. So you're gonna see some good price action here. I think the majority of what I was talking about, and I broke down a lot of shit, happened earlier. So look, right now we just had a 30-minute closure. We don't have a bottom wick on this 30-minute. What do we know about these bottom wicks? There's the majority of candles have tops and bottom wicks. So because a candle has no bottom wick, that's an indication of orders needing to be filled there. That means that price has to come back down to those areas. It doesn't have to, but there is a probability. So if you scroll back like an hour on stream, maybe an hour and a half on stream. I think the stream's been on 2 hours already. So if you go back an hour and a half, you're going to see this label, no bottom wick, all throughout here. And I was talking about how price will likely come down to fill all those areas. And that's exactly what it did. We literally dumped down and started taking out these bottom wicks out one by one by one by one. So now there's only 2 final bottom wicks left to take out for the day, and that's where we're deciding on right now. This is a strong level of support, so we're trying to decide right now if price is turning this level into resistance for a continuation down to grab these bottom wicks, or is price going to continue back up and use this as an actual support for driving up. Both cases can be very likely because we're at the daily low. So we're at the daily low, we retested the daily low, and we started rejecting. So we could literally see a continuation to the upside here on this 30-minute candle coming up. The only bad thing is that it doesn't have a bottom wick. So it could come up here, but I needed a more of a pullback before taking my buy stops here. So I mean, it did break out here. We're at the daily low. 30's flipping. That's the hourly high. We already filled to the previous hourly resistance. That's a little sketch. The fuck are these lines doing here? All these lines don't mean shit now. These are all invalid. My strategy is candles. I literally look at candles and I trade candles only. Devious. I can show you my devious playbook. It would be... Hold on, we're trading right now, so I got you. So we just respected this low. Price is coming up. We're creating higher highs and higher lows on our way up here. So on the 1 minute time frame, that's what we're creating. But these levels are just too strong. So I need to see the same setup that we got on our way down here. I gotta see this setup very close to the level, and then it would give us the move. See, right now we're getting the money printer to fill this no top and no bottom wick candle. So the money printer is a trade that we get to take reversals, and this is the money printer right now playing out. I think I missed that entry. But the money printer is playing out right now. Usually the money printer will fill this entire wick because this candle has no top wick, no bottom wick. The money printer will likely come down to fill this wick, which would likely which would flip that 30-minute candle, which should give you an amazing fucking position, whoever took the sells here. I think that I wasn't paying attention a little bit on that. Hey, Nate, Bougie, are you guys looking at that? See how I broke down the money printer? That's a setup that I normally take. I don't think I noticed it in time. But I would be in that, how many pips did that run? It's 11 pips, and you're 2 pips away from the bottom of that range. Yeah, now that you created that bottom wick, that's break even. That's 12 points. That would be a dollar move. So when you're trading gold, when you're trading on your end, you're looking for a dollar move. That would have been a dollar move right there. So you would have just caught a dollar move in 3 minutes. It looks different on spot. Yeah. Yeah, and that already filled the entire candle there. Almost. That money printer was a clean play. Damn, it sucks that I set it so, like, 3 candles too late. Yeah, right now I'm looking for another 5-minute closure to see what the charts give me. Because like I said, this is an area of support here. Are we going to turn this into resistance and continue down? Or are we going to respect it as support before continuing up? So that's what we're looking at. We could have taken a buy on the rebreak of that high because it's creating higher highs and higher lows, but that area, that level is too strong. I really have to confirm that we're gonna break through that level so that I can get the highest probability trade. That level right there coincides with a previous 4-hour support, and there's a lot of 4-hour support at that level. So if it turns it into a resistance, it will fucking dump. But if it turns it into a support, it'll come back up and retest the highs at least, or at least another 40-50 pips. If you're a trendline trader, this would be the break of the trend line. This would be the retest of the trend line. Some of you guys would be taking the retest of the trend line. Right now, we just filled this entire wick on the, but the 30-minute is flipping and there's no bottom wicks on both of these. So that's the sketchy part. And because the 5 came all the way up there and closed above, I can't take a sell stop here. Because that's not clean. That's already... that broke market structure to the upside. We're not creating structure back down. So taking a sell stop here on the 30, even on the higher time frame, it does look clean. It might not be something that's high probability because of the way that the 15... the 15 does look clean and the 30 does look clean. It's the 5 and the 1 that I'm not liking. It's the 5 and the 1 that are painting a little bit of a different picture. Here, it looks like the 30 gave us that wick. Yeah, we just flipped on the 30 for a second. We just flipped on the 30 for 1 second. This is the 30 low. Anybody with a sell stop on that 30 would have been activated right now. Oh no. Oh, 92. Yeah. That happens. My great grandpa is 90 something. I don't even know. Every time it's his birthday and it's another 90, I'm like, damn. It's coming. You lived a good life. How was your vacation? I love old people. Especially old people. Old people are so cool. They're so nice. Rest in paradise, Papa SL. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Lived a very long, good life. Like my grandpa in Cuba, he doesn't really remember much, but he remembers how to play his guitar. And he will play and sing his songs. Uh-oh. So that 30 is flipping. We're starting to get that flip down. The higher time frame is starting to play out. That's already 3 pips in profit, 4 pips in profit. Doesn't look too bad. We are respecting the... It looks much more cleaner here on my futures side. So what does that 1 minute look like? Can we get a pullback on that 1 minute? And then a rebreak of the low? If we can get a pullback on the 1 minute and then a rebreak of the low, that would be clean. Might just blast through here. Be patient here on the 15th. Those look really good. Loads of selling pressure. The market's dumping. Yeah, I agree. I wanted to take a sell here. But see, it's taking a minute to... I mean, it did push 10 pips already. And it's rebreaking the low. I just need a pullback. I need this to happen again. That would make more sense for me so that I can take the range fill down. The range fill down gives you 26 pips. We just hit a minor level of support here. So let's see. Let's turn this into resistance and come down. So the 15 just created a bottom wick for itself. The 30 created a bottom wick for itself. We tried to grab orders at the previous 15. Is this going to be the higher low before a continuation up? If it is, it would be here, right? If we're looking at market structure and following proper market structure, we have the high, the low, the high, the low, the high, and then we just broke structure. But if price was going to continue up, it would likely make that higher low here before continuing up, right? Most likely this would be what we'd see. So if that's the case, let's pay attention and ensure these cells don't fuck us. So let's put these on the screen so we get some fucking... I mean, people who know what the arrows are, but people who are like futures traders or options traders, they don't know what these arrows are. They don't know what they mean. 15-minute candle closing. The 15-minute candle is going to be closing bearish on our way down here, right? So we trickled up for like 500 pips and now we're starting to come down. We really need to close below all these areas and maintain underneath here. What do we have here? We have support, 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 support. Oop. And then when you go underneath, price is selling, 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 selling. We're underneath, we're selling. So we are at an indecision level. Let's really confirm what we're doing here, and we can really take advantage. Because anytime we're above this level, we're buying. Anytime we're below, we're selling. You can clearly see it here. Anytime we're below this level, we're selling. Anytime we're above this level, we're buying. So we really have to be careful. We are at an indecision level right now, and price is literally telling us that. Price drove up off these lows and rejected and is coming all the way back down to retest it. So knowing that, you can start looking for the smaller time frame and start getting those range entries. See, now that we got that pullback, a rebreak of these lows would give us 23 pips of range. I don't think that's enough. Looks like SBS is forming. What's SBS? Smart balance. No. SBS. Oh, by Stoic? One, two, three, four, five, six. Bam! Right? Am I right? Am I right? I don't know. I've seen it a couple times. So I don't trade how Stoic trades, but I do have the Stoic Trader 10 Commandments on my screen. This is fire. This is beautiful. Let's see what we can get here. We really gotta respect this level. Yeah, I'm gonna have a buy stop here. Well, that wicked me in by like a hair. That's 10 pips. That is 17, 12, making that 39, 49 pips for the session. 3 straight dubs. That 100% made back the loss plus profit from the last 2 losing back-to-back losses on stream. We fuck it up, baby! What am I smoking? Some Agent Z. Some Zaza. No, this one doesn't have my name on it. Let me hide that. Hold up. You took the same trade? Yes, I did. 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 I muted the Zoom. You muted me, dog. Spark one for the dead homies. That was SBS by Stoic. Not only was that SBS by Stoic, that was the bougie scoop. The money printer and the bougie motherfucking scoop. So, as you can see, I'm gonna give you 5 different strategies. So when somebody asks me what my strategy is, this is why I don't really have a strategy, because look, right, you said that looks like SBS. SBS by Stoic is you make a high followed by a higher high, then price breaks the low here and creates a double bottom here, and then it continues up. This is SBS by Stoic. I think it's 1 2 3 4 5, and then 6 to 7 is how you would take your trade, or something like that. Or you take your trade on the break of this high here and you would target this high right here. So that's SBS by Stoic. So that's one strategy that you could use. Another strategy that you can use is when you're trading at the low of the day, price has respected these levels of support, you're a trend line trader, price broke the trend line here. Literally, trend line trade. If you did it on this one, price broke, retested, drove. So you got your trend line trade there, bam. You're ready for your ICT entry? ICT entry, you guys look for an inverted fair value gap, so you can take your entry off the inverted fair value gap, or some shit like that, and you guys would probably have taken an entry off maybe this order block here. You would have waited for it to tap into the FVG, and once it broke through the FVG, you would have taken your buy entry with your stop loss on this low here. So maybe an ICT guy would have longed right here. So you see how trend line, long right here. Stoic by SBS, longs right here. bougie scoop, which is the SMA scooping, the money printer on the 1 minute, which is the no bottom wick closure. The next candle comes down, grabs the bottom wick at the most recent level of support or at a key level, and then flips bullish. We have all the entries you want. Why? Because we're at a key level. So I just named 8 different entries from 8 different 8 different strategies that you use, and just because you're at the proper level with the right idea, all of it works. Right. Especially after you double bottomed right here, right? And this is the area of resistance right here. Look, right here, it's trying to confirm. So this is just an area of volume. See how we cross through it and we plummet, we cross through it and we plummet. When we're above, we're buying. When we're below, we're selling. I knew that once we started flipping here, that was the trade. So here it gave us 23 pips. Holy shit, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. TP smacked. And that's it for the night. 54 pips for the night. How much more can we want? We had no drawdown the entire night. That was clean. So, and that's how you want to approach trading, right? You want to see someone else take an entry and you're like, huh, ICT, huh? Let me see why that is. Let me look and identify that entry. And then the more that I trade and the longer that I trade, I see everybody's entry in the same spot. I see everybody's entry. I just showed you the order block, retest, inverted IFVG, the stoic, the trend line, the bougie scoop with the money printer that we use all the time. So it's just so when the SMA is scooping like this, you usually get a push. When you get the money printer in combination with the SMA, in combination with price being at the daily support, in combination with price rejecting a double bottom, you just have everything telling you that you're probably going to get a push up at some point. And where are you going to get that push up? You look for your entry types. You got the entry, and look, we were correct. One Samundo again. Bro, downplaying my trend line. No, your trend lines are savage. I took your trend line trade just now, along with the bougie scoop and the money printer. Price breaks above the level and the 1 hour candle. It does not close yet, but the 5-minute candle is there. Is a delay. Do you still make the purchase or do you wait for the 1 hour closure? It depends. So if you notice in the last few streams, a lot of my entries have been playing out on the last 10 minutes of the hourly. So I haven't been waiting for the hourly closure as much this last couple of weeks because of that. So on the last 2 trades, I didn't wait for the hourly closure, and they both ran prior to the hourly closure, just like this one is running prior to the hourly closure. So it depends. So like if price breaks above a 1 hour level, but it doesn't close above yet, you would have to see how it's going up there. Higher highs, higher lows. That's what you want. You want higher highs, higher lows. If price is driving with structure, then you know the possibility of it breaking through that level, breaking that 1 hour high will likely give you a decent pop. And if it gives you a strong enough pop, you can be break even and catch a very strong move. Look, this never came back to our entry, and it's still driving, and it never came back to the entry. So what are we doing here? High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. We're forming structure on the way up. So that's why the break of this was valid, and the holding through this was valid. Maybe a re-break of this hourly high was valid as well. That re-break of the hourly high here gave you 13 pips. So that was still another entry that was valid. But what do you know? You know when you fill a range, price likes to come down, retest the previous resistance before coming back up. The resistance was here. Price broke below it. So depending on where we top out here, we might see a pullback back into this range before a continuation up. So that's it for the drawings. 3 minutes to the hourly closure. Let's take a look at the final picture of the day. And these were our trades for this session. I know that you're probably not listening, Ernesto, and it's fine. I get it. When you're doing shit and you have a family, to have me talking shit in your ear for an hour is tough, especially when the trades come sporadically. But exactly what you were asking for me to explain how these entries work. If you would have came 10 minutes later, you would have seen this trade in action, and we would have taken, and you would have seen me explain all the entries. But sometimes you come a little too late, but it's okay. I'll send you the timestamp. Market structure is key. So what do you notice? When price is driving, it's creating lower lows and lower highs. Always 100% of the time, it's gonna fucking do it. So what is your job is to identify when it's doing this and how you can get in on these moves. Identify when it rejected this high and how you can get in on this move. If market fails to form structure and it's breaking structure, the trade's not valid anymore. It's donezo. Out. Stop worrying about the trade, take the loss, and start looking at the new trend. You might have caught the very end of the trend. Why? I caught the end of the trend right here. I caught the end of the trend right here. I caught the beginning of the trend right here. So you never know when you're going to catch that big runner. So I'm only trading one contracts for now, but in the future, yo, Chris, you're late. I just closed a nice dub. You're late by like 4 minutes. Damn, all my boys are coming late, dog. I'm gonna have to start charging you, bro. Tomorrow, yo. Tomorrow I can apply for monetization. So pray for me. Wish me luck. Tomorrow I get to apply for monetization. Let's see if they approve me. So see what I was talking about here? Once price decides to make a high, it's gonna create a higher low, but it's most likely gonna retest the previous resistance. What do you know about the previous time that it did that? It grabbed orders pretty deep into the previous resistance. So we might see an order grab a little bit steeper here before continuation. So that's something that you want to take a look at and see, are we faking out of this level or are we going to continue up past this level? So now that the hourly is about to close, the hourly closed bullish. It closed creating a strong support here. We also closed kind of respecting this resistance. So you really want to see some sort of bottom wick and then a push for a continuation up. That would be your best bet. The best entry was likely down here. It's probably never going to come back down to this entry. So if you have a runner from here, I wouldn't even take any more entries. I just watch the market run. So this likely not going to come back down here if it were to run. Jay Gunna, my dude. Chris, we're up 54 pips for the session. Plus 90 pips for the morning session. I'm up 150 pips for the day. That would put me at a beautiful halfway through. I closed out at 80 like I told you. Nice. Where was your trade at? Down here? Or you took the dump? You probably took... I'm gonna guess your trade, Chris Miranda. Was that your trade? Could have held, but I didn't want to be greedy. Yep. Chris. Rare. I just posted it right here. Was this the trade that you took? No, not tonight. Jay, that wasn't tonight. That was earlier in the cells. I entered on the third 15-minute candle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I was off by 1 candle. Where'd you put your stops? Here? Yeah. I entered on the third 15-minute candle too, my boy. We took the same trade. We took the same trade. No fucking way. Hey. Bougie, we took the same trade. Nate, we took the same trade. I think Jay, we also took the same trade. I took the same trade as Chris. What's going on here, gang? Am I in the signals group? I'm in the best signals group there is. Did I distract you? If I did distract you, I will have to say I do apologize. But today we dropped some gems. This is what you do. You just turn the volume down. And then the second that you start seeing that your idea starts to flowing, then you mute completely and you let your idea flow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Quiet everybody else down. The second that your idea is gone and you're like, oh shit, the market didn't play out like I wanted to, then you can turn the volume back up on stream and then start listening. And then turn it, the second that your idea starts to play out, bro, take everybody off the charts. Like this morning I was on Don's channel talking some shit and then I started seeing these sells. I immediately closed. I literally just closed out the app. I didn't even mute it. I just closed out the app. I focused on my entries. When I was done with my trade, I went back and then I started talking in chat. But yeah, bro. I like to listen to Don's morning analysis, especially when I disagree with him, because then it gives me like a really good learning experience, especially when I disagree with him. So I still listen to their morning analysis because it really helps me out to really narrow down the train of thought, how they think, like their step-by-step thought process into looking at the charts, and I try to mimic that myself with my own understanding. But that is it. We are getting the retest down here. If price starts to re-break the highs, you're likely going to see a push to the upside there. You can, like I said, you're probably going to get your trend line trade here. You're probably going to get your ICT retest of the fair value gap right here that we created on the 5-minute time frame. We created a fair value gap right here, and we're retesting it now. So this is a fair value gap, and we just retested it to the T. So all right, gang, have a wonderful night, everybody. I appreciate you guys for showing up. Drop a like. That's the most of 26 likes. You guys are savages. No more likes. You guys killed it. You guys fucking killed it. 54 pips for the session. I gotta update the pip counter. I'm gonna write this down so I can update it tomorrow. We have 3 break-evens to add and 3 wins. 3 wins, 3 BEs from last session. Oh, and no, the win was off stream, so it was 3 break-evens last session. So 3 to 3. So that should bring our win rate. So right now we are at 36 wins, and that would bring us to 39 wins and 7 losses. 39. Oop, I'm tripping. Hold up. That puts us at a 90.7% win rate on fucking stream, gang. That puts us at a 90 fucking percent win rate. Holy shit. Another 30 days of a 90% win rate on stream, and that's gonna be my new fucking thumbnail. 90% win rate, question mark. And these are not no 10 pip trades. These are savage fucking trades. These are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trades, bro. Holy shit, I'm impressed. But at the end of the day, that's exactly what we're working for, right? It's not something that is like a lottery win. It's not a fucking, oh, the machine gave me all fucking sixes so I win. No, this is the strategy that you've been working for. The hard work that you've been doing every fucking day is paying off, and this is what it looks like. No drawdown entries. That's what it fucking looks like. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you for showing up. We're back again tomorrow for another Asian session. Take it easy. But my PC's too old, so listen, Terp, if you want a better PC, get a used MacBook. No, I didn't send you a friend request on Discord. Damn, a fake one screenshot that and send it to me. I did not send anybody a screenshot. My phone's right here. I haven't sent anybody a friend request. But have a good night, everybody. Take it easy. 50 pips on stream. I know it's a little sporadic in between the trades, and I do talk a lot of shit, so sometimes you might zone out. But bro, banger trades, banger trades. I've been talking to a fake Wix for the past month. Bro, I fuck with them. When I know that they're fake, I fuck with them. I'm like, oh really? You can teach me? No. No way. And then I start to pull my guns out and scare them a little bit. And then they block me. You know how that is. I'm an American. What can I say? Have a wonderful night, everybody. John Holmes, John Combs. That's what I'm doing. Great minds think alike, bro. Great minds think alike. Have a wonderful night, gang.